Goodness, Mr. Drott, I don't know what I'm going to do about you. On the bright side, he's much smaller than he already was, but I do not have the ability to make him free of this.
So you're telling me we've only got a statue of him now?
Until we find a way to remove the stonification process that this hag, I assume a hag, has put him through.
Uh,
Uh,
uh, the barrel.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Speak up, little one.
Uh, um, it doesn't work, but it does. It's slow, but maybe poison. Um, uh, Daryl will help over there. The greasy one. That they say, pointing with their large red arm, still kind of not obscured from Nornalis.
Go pick up the barrel.
Okay, you pick up a barrel. It is full of some weird, squashy, like almost squishy sounding liquid. It's very greasy, and or at least the outside of a barrel is. It's a little uncomfortable to hold, but it works. And there seems to have been another one. It doesn't smell that great, but it doesn't smell like the really awful thing you smelled earlier
how's it
with the
taste?
rotting fish.
Why do you ask me how everything
They
tastes?
haven't
Like I'm
opened
just
the
gonna
barrel
shove
yet,
stuff
but
in my mouth.
the greasy material like on the outside they could taste, I guess, easier.
I was only making a joke. I promise you. Norlis did not taste it nor
Oh,
ask how it tasted to
maybe they're
someone.
geologists. I don't know.
Norlis,
Nornalis is proper. You would never.
that is not true. He is proper, but he's also a studied man. If he had to taste test something to figure out what it is, that is science, baby.
Well, I feel like you could taste test this. Says it helps.
Knowing of this.
Yes,
The big
Mr.
hand
Romney.
one with style said this would work.
I pardon my undercommon, but what the fuck did you just say?
The big handed one with style?
Norlis just like looks at you and cocks his head. Not sure how to process that sentence at all.
My
Right,
apologies.
okay.
It seems
Okay, the barrel. We'll circle back to that at another point. What about the barrel? I'm sorry.
it they said it may be slow, but it can help with this um petrification thing that the lizard is going through.
Okay, I see. Um, where did my fucking character sheet go? I want to open my character sheet to look at my spells word. There it is. Um, Ian, Norlis would, that took forever to load. Why? What would he do? He would trace a ring above his head in a circle motion with his finger and sweep his hands out and cast detect magic at first level.
Okay. Um,
The immediate goal for this is I want to see if this barrel emanates a magical property or not.
okay. The barrel does seem to emanate a magical property. It's in the same sense that a potion would. It doesn't, like you. It doesn't feel like it's particularly like strong as but it does. What's the range of that?
30 feet.
Okay. Tourmaline has several more magical things on them. Let's see. At least 3. Um, Yagrum seems to have some stuff. Uh, something directly next to him seems to have something. Uh, there is magic coming from Snowcap. Uh, Jevabu. Did anyone already loot this person? I think someone did. Or no?
Snowcap, I
I
think
I think
Snowcap
we
did, but
did.
I
I
wa-
picked up the axe that they
Okay.
had.
Okay, we got.
Ian, I had wanted to do
Um.
that at a
Oh,
different segment. This was specifically for the
sorry.
barrel.
Okay, go for it.
You're
Go
good. You're
for it. I
good.
just wanted
No, no,
keep
I
renaming some
understand.
things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I appreciate that. Um, so I identified that it is in fact magical.
Oh, also the claws of this thing seem to have some aspect coming from it. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting. Um, it does appear to be magical at face value. Yes, I could spend around 11 minutes to identify it properly and see if it, or at least attempt to. It's not an assured thing, but I could try to do so. Are we in any particular rush for any reason at this moment? I Mr. Yagram calls out past the wall because he can't see him. Um, was this the hag that the dragon had asked us to kill?
Frankly, I'm not sure. I assume so.
Right then.
It's a nasty little thing, so.
What type of proof did the
Hey,
dragon ask for?
That's for Ghetto.
What did you say?
You can answer your friend's question. I just said that's Granny for Ghetto. Yeah.
Snowcap, Jivabu, do we have to bring a granny for ghetto?
I
I
mean,
think the dragon mentioned the hag by name, and it was not Granny Forgetto.
Well, you said you killed the hag, so I assume that you probably just left her somewhere around. Oh yeah, that means you guys have another friend of you, right? That when I saw Brasek, the blue skins run through, that was one of you guys disguised as them, right?
What the fuck are you
Right?
talking about?
You told
Is there
me.
another hag here?
Yeah, they went that way and they point this. But and I was gonna do something, but then you told me you got all of them, so I assumed that was one of your allies disguised as them, uh, right?
One of them ran away, and you didn't say anything.
I thought I kind of gave indication of that. I thought I did.
You say when someone runs away.
I don't remember if I did or didn't. I'm sorry.
I just want to.
Uh,
I want to. Yagram lied to this man and said that they killed everyone last session. The aggression towards them is not exactly proper in my continuity head.
oh, you'll see. Well, oh, you towards
Well,
the
I'm
he
I'm I'm
killed.
I'm telling Cheesecake that.
I know.
Okay, I'm
It's
just
more
making sure. Yeah,
he killed. Like we killed everyone that he saw. You know, if somebody ran away, he doesn't know that.
you rolled a
He doesn't
deception
know that.
check. You tried lying, and he's telling you the truth. Be mindful of that.
I know.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. Pop off. Punch him in the face.
Oh, come on. I'm better than that.
I thought you meant
Have
the
'em
aggression
all.
towards the field, but
Oh,
no.
that's what you meant by better. Got it.
Sorry about that. What's
So,
your name, little one?
uh, oh shit.
People keep calling
It's
him
Micah,
Little One.
right?
How big is this man? Because
This
it
is a
kind of made
normal. You don't
sense.
know.
This made
Uh,
sense.
was like-
No, I'm just like painting a picture. Tourmaline, it kind of made sense. People keep calling this dude Little One. How big is this dude in reference to Yagram?
Probably like.
Yeah.
How tall is Yagram?
It's
6 something?
7'3".
Oh,
Okay, yeah. This guy's like like a little under 2. This guy's maybe like 5'3", 5'4".
Short King.
So yeah, he's small
Yeah.
compared to you, and also
4%.
Tourmaline's pretty big.
No, that's why I said that made sense, but for Yagram it did not to me. That's why I had to ask.
Albeit, if
Good,
that's his
taller.
normal thing. Is his like if you count the arm, you could view that as being taller if you're kind of weird about it, since the arm technically can reach much higher than is like. Well, I mean, you wouldn't really, but their shoulders kind of
Okay.
pushed upward, I guess, a little bit.
But
but yeah.
Yagram asked his name. So,
Well, oh yeah, I think they call me many things, and I haven't everyone over this, but you can call me by what I went by, up until like 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, I forget how long. Micah, I go by that. Oh shit, I
Micah.
think he heard.
Micah, very good, very good. Any of you remember the hag we're supposed to kill?
There's another one you haven't taken down.
Micah, I am not talking to you. I'm talking to my friends. Jebabu, Snowcap, Don and Lena, any of you remember?
Alright, can I roll a history check? Because in real life, I'm very forgetful.
Oh,
Can I roll like an intelligence check or
I
something?
was not there, sadly.
Can I do like an int check or something, Ian?
To try to remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Could it be a int saving throw?
no.
Damn it! Because then I could have given you +5 Snowcap. Oh fuck!
Isn't it just history, though?
It
I
should
asked-
be.
I asked for a straight int.
Okay.
So just
No, Cup, you gonna roll?
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, sorry.
I can try.
Anyone's
I
welcome
feel like
here.
I feel like given this is the same day, I kind of feel like I should just tell some of you, but I kind of like the idea that some of you just forgot.
Like, Yagram full on fucking forgot.
Okay.
Here,
I
I'll
can't
roll
fucking
because
roll
an
on my, I
elephant
can't
never
like roll
forgets.
intelligence on my character sheet. Oh, never mind, I'm an idiot.
Oh
Oh my-
wow. I'm gonna. Okay.
Jebabu, you're our last hope.
Yeah, Jebafu, I'm gonna give you an option. You can either. I think I'll either tell you, or you can roll for it. 'Cause
I'll roll for it. That's more fun
I'll give you. Okay.
Let's go gambling.
because an elephant never forgets.
That should give him advantage. That should give him advantage.
I was waiting for you to fail so I could say, but Jebabu does.
Yeah, it's a good setup either way.
Okay, you guys believe it was potentially you're like not definitely, but you think it may have been Grachilda? Or maybe Scragilfa? And I would say that in regards to the roles of Yagram and Snowcap. And Jefafu, I sent you an option.
Okay. Oh. I recall Gretskilba.
Gratskilda. Okay. Okay.
So it's interesting to see what you guys end up going
Gretskilba.
with. Oh,
Although
keep in mind,
Did
I
you
think the
say
Enormous was technically out of a room at the time, but
Yes.
oh,
Although-
Did you mean Gretskilda? Like
yes,
the hag
although what
we
Yagrum
almost came
said,
across in the Jokersfell Isles?
yes, that name does sound more familiar.
Right. Okay. Seems this hag gets around. Okay.
did you what was your int check for? Just wondering.
See if I
Ross?
remembered the proper name from
Okay. I will.
Jokersfell Island.
Oh, okay. I will say that it's not. You got it slightly off, but it was the one from the Jokersville Island was Gretchilda.
Um,
I'll even send it for the spelling to you.
It was me going, that name sounds familiar, but wrong. Do I know the right name? And a 25 meant I knew the right name.
If you okay.
Earlier when? Today?
Wait.
I
think
have the
last
name.
session, I think you did. I believe they quickly turned it, and you would have seen him for a second.
Okay.
I believe that's why we determined.
Gotcha,
That's why
gotcha.
you would. Yeah, I believe
Understood. What were you
think I
saying,
had the
Amdi?
I was like, oh, I had the name all along. I just like passed it by because I thought
Mhm.
it was some other hag.
Gotcha.
Thinking Quillbaggy. Quillbaggy was the one I was thinking of.
That's not a hag.
That's not a hag.
That's the
Uh,
fairy you guys met.
It's not.
That is a fairy. It's
It's the
Everyone's a
fairy
hag.
met after killing the hag.
Everyone's a hag.
okay.
So,
So we need to
so
find
yeah,
and kill Gretchilda.
Tourmaline. Wait, am I dunking the lizard in this?
You could, but you would also have to explain to him why you did so half-assedly if something goes wrong.
Um, Green Man. I forget your name. She's not here. Grishilda Voet's not here right now.
Right now, you say?
Yeah,
Does
she's
she
not
come
here.
here often?
Yeah, but she's
And
not
she
here
went
right
this
now.
way,
She's at
right?
one of her other locations. I think. Uh, I can't
Went this
think.
way, right?
You're coming with us, Micah. Come with me.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes.
I think I
Move.
owe one of you guys money, but okay.
No, you owe us more than money.
What?
Nothing. Just get up.
Okay.
Hey,
Get up.
Okay. Hi.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ooh.
Go to the
I
herring
point
hole.
over here. Like, did you go this way?
Who?
He literally said she's not here. For
Oh.
reference, like not she's left. What he said is they are not here currently. They are out of the house.
Oh, out of the house. That's what it meant.
Yeah. I don't know where exactly, but I can guess. Maybe Craw. Maybe somewhere else. I knew they went to that big place, that bigger island, that really big island. But Gresshelm Island. Yeah, that. I remember. Oh shit. Do. I'm sorry, my brain's not working.
We know.
You do?
Yes.
Why do
Okay.
you lie so easily? He's like, why do you do this?
Why not? Never played an evil character.
No, because Abaddon did that too. He just lied so casually. The only difference is now you have a decent deception check. You never stop with these small inane lies. Why do you do this?
They're
Oh,
small. They're small. They don't
Formalin is
have it.
going to
They've
dunk
punched you in the
droplets
back of the
in the
head
oil.
so many times. You're dunking.
I am,
You're putting Drod in the
yes.
jar.
Well, just dunking him
Oh,
or
no.
pouring
No,
some
no, no,
on
no, no.
him,
Not in the
whichever
jar.
works.
Alrighty. Uh, Norlis does not stop them, so they dunk them.
Draw jar cannon.
Okay, drop. Okay, sorry. Drop where exactly? Like inside?
Drop? No, I'm like dunking him in the oil and
Wait, I thought
taking
Nora
him
said you
back
just
out.
dropped them.
I might have misheard. I'll trust the
I thought
person
that's
who
what you
said.
just said.
I don't know. They're the one doing it, so I'm gonna trust what they said.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, so you have it open. It's this grayish. Sorry, assuming you did so. It wouldn't be too hard to get open. I'm not gonna have you roll over that. It's this weird grayish substance. It kind of looks like it has little flakes of things in it. It's hard to. It doesn't smell. It smells kind of like, well, a lot of things. Kind of like a greasy oil smell, sorta. But it's hard to really say. Um, you begin to kind of dunk them in it, and a lot of this kind of substance kind of sloughs onto them, like thick layering. Some kind of slowly drips off, while others kind of stick to them almost, and like it makes a very, very slight kind of sizzling sound. Like if you listen closely. It's doesn't it's unclear if it's working or not, but it's doing something.
Yes, that's that. Hopefully that
Wonders.
yes.
What can you tell me about this axe that I guess the witch hag had it? It's a large axe.
I can tell you it is a large axe.
Oh.
I would need more time to tell you anything else.
How much time?
11 minutes.
She will place the axe in front of you.
There are other more pressing things to go on at the moment. If you would just hold on to that for the time being, Miss Tourmaline.
She grunts but picks it back up.
Thank you kindly. All right. We can. What to do? I don't know how to best transport Mr. Drott now.
We take our own
If you
time
want to,
around
if you'd
Tomalina.
like, I will pick him up
You could put him in the bucket and carry
and
his bucket.
stuff him between my bosoms.
Please no.
Like, as you kind of leave it out, like the substance does slowly kind of fall off. Like little drips like fall on the floor.
Weren't you gonna put him in a bottle?
And when it hits the floor,
Who
it
said
also makes a
that?
slight.
Jar. Jar.
No, Ambi just wants to make a Drat cum jar for some fucking reason.
Oh. Fuck no.
I drew art for it.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
Nah.
And I'm
Nah,
allowed to
that-
not like it.
That's
I
not
enjoy
art.
that you've made art for a character in this game at all, but also it's great. It's something.
It
I'm
is
happy
something.
I'm proud as a DM.
It's something. I think you might need to leave him in the jar. Fuck you, Ambi. I keep saying jar. In the barrel. I think you might have to leave him in the barrel because it does not look like if that liquid is important, it's not seeming to be stuck on him. So I guess we're hauling around a full barrel for the time being.
Very well then. He drops him in the barrel.
Cool. Nornless will... No. Pause. Reverse. I currently have a spell activated. Most of you are likely familiar with it. Detecting any magical frequencies in the immediate area of myself. I did that to determine whether or not that barrel was just a barrel of muck or something magical. It did appear to be magical. I'm going to do a brief walk around of this chamber and point at anything that's not on our persons that I
Is
see.
this act magical?
The what?
Axe.
I don't know.
If she holds it in hand, I would say it appears to be. Also, I have an image for it.
It does appear to be magical, yes. I'm going to do a brief joust around the cavern and point at anything I detect that has a magical frequency. And as I do so, you all can choose to go and find the thing I'm pointing at,
I can
or
come
not. No, what I'm saying is I will walk, you all will trail behind me, and as I point, you can go find things while I am looking for more things, is what I am saying.
with. Alright.
Uh,
Are you sure?
huh?
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Oh, that wasn't Ian. Got it. I feel like you're still talking quietly, so I don't think I've heard that man. I haven't heard nor seen this man yet. Right, so,
I hear you.
what did you say? I determined. I'm only looking. I do care, but I don't care about what my party has on them. I only want to ask for signals I'm picking up of items that are not on my party. Our
Okay,
party,
I
apologies.
Already looted this man, by the
You
way.
guys looted this person last session, so I'm not going to include anything that's on them.
I
You
looted
guys
this
are in
one
charge
last
of looting stuff.
session.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you found everything.
He never told me what I found.
Oh,
I did?
got it. Understood.
Oh, did you roll anything
Yeah.
for it?
Probably.
I don't remember, but I can just roll again.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm just going to literally.
My investigation is over 12.
That's a nat 20.
Okay.
My investigation is
I'll get to you in a second, Norlis.
Okay.
They seem to have a couple coins. It looks to be that you remember them having a sword in their back. Their sword's not there. It almost looks like they would already had been looted by someone. Like they seem to have a couple coins in their pocket. Their clothing is kind of damaged. One of their pockets looks like it was even like, might have had a hole in it, so maybe something fell out. You find in like a secondary pocket on their on their pants, like you find like a tooth. Upon looking at them, they seem to be missing a tooth, so possibly, and that may have happened recently, and who knows? But other than that, roll a Arcana check. Okay. They seem to be not having basically barely anything on them. They had like a sash that's gone that you remember seeing. Actually, you wouldn't know. The main bit is it seems to be these if you kind of look at them, they seem to have kind of war paint, but beneath the war paint, you can kind of make out some tattoos, and they look weird enough that it's possible they're magical tattoos. How you would get those off is uncertain, if they are. if that's even a thing that would work in that way.
Like that. She leaves the body alone.
I would like you, since you got a good investigation check, before you stop, I would like you to, before you kind of move away, roll perception at advantage. Okay. It's adamantly clear that the little bits of tattoo you saw, it seems like they were probably, it looks a little weird, it looks almost incomplete. And as you kind of look at it, just the little bits of tattoo you do see start to kind of vanish a little bit before your eyes. Like like as if this person had more detailed tattoos underneath that, like, war paint they had, kind of used to hide it. And but even then you can kind of see it, and it looks like it's actively vanishing from their skin. Okay, back to Normless. The beak of this creature seems to be magical.
I tell on be that. Sorry, Snowcap.
Yeah.
Anything else in this immediate vicinity?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing else. Nothing that's not already worn by someone or is draught. I mean, or the things we already discussed.
Would you like me to walk around as my token and have you go tell me when something pings, or would you like to just cover the room?
I'd like you to walk around,
Okay.
given. Yeah. Okay. While you do that, Micah kind of looks back to Yagram and then kind of tourmaling, which they kind of feel a little bit safer and maybe. Uh, d- d- is this safe?
Safe from what?
You don't expect them to get others, like you're just standing around? Not gonna hide? Not gonna go
Hide
down to the
from what?
well? Uh, Well, someone who looks like you, other hags. Um, we got like uh, Gretskilba's somewhere, probably not too close to here, probably a bit farther up, or maybe in the ice cave base. I haven't seen Harj of a Horrid recently, but there's somewhere here. Volvana's somewhere. I think Tormente's probably with Gretskilba. Uh, Skragilfa though, they're probably not too far, and when I said Brasek was just over there.
Mate, even if,
Skragilfa, I meant, yeah, yeah.
mate, as long as we are here, nothing is gonna happen. You needn't
Okay.
worry. You're in good hands. All right.
Oh, did you move in this direction greatly or no?
Yeah. Very
Yes,
Norland?
much.
entirely
Okay.
yes.
Over here there would be two magical things.
Okay, I'll move myself back over there. Where?
Okay. Right here. There seems to be around 10 feet, or let's say 15 feet off the ground. There's this weird kind of like thing built out of a rock or built from a rock. It looks to be like an ornate do you know those like how to put it? There's a term for it, but it's like a little like structure of it. Like think of it basically like a big shelf with a fence around the top, kind of. But you can kind of see there's some you can just barely make out, kind of with the angling. There seems to be two potions just kind of up there for whatever reason.
Oh, ha 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 ha. Why is no one responding? You're muted, you fucking moron.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
uh, the I only detect magic around the potions.
Yep.
There's no other
Well,
magic
actually,
directly
I take it
around
back.
them.
There is some weird magic associated with this thing that's kind of. There seems to be like a
Eel?
sculpture built into the ground of a long snake, maybe an eel. It's hard to tell. It's kind of a little bit. It's a weird eel-like snake, I guess you could say. Um, but it's not. You're not. It's a little still like dulled a little bit. It's kind of weird.
Is it embedded in the ground or laying on the ground?
It's embedded in the ground, but it's like it comes up like a couple inches from like it's like a slightly higher elevation than the floor.
Okay,
But it
Nornless
comes from
reaches up, careful not to step on the weird snail, and grabs the two potions to pocket them for later.
what? How tall is Norlis?
7'9".
Okay, I said it was like 15 feet up.
You
Do you
said
climb
10.
or
You said 10.
I
You did
said
say
10 and then
10.
corrected myself saying 15.
Okay.
Like
Sure.
okay. Kind of kind of climb up there. Um, the little fencing is kind of spiked, but you can kind of move your hands around to grab them. It's a little awkward, but you can do it. Um, they both just seem to be green potions of some type of green substance, albeit one potion is like kind of rectangular and the other is more circular.
Sorry, what the fuck?
Hmm? You good?
Sorry, no, my phone just made a really loud noise.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Uh, he might come back to the, eel later. Curious now. Did did Snowcap try and grab the beak?
No.
I don't believe so, no.
Remove my token.
Oh, you're not going to? Because Norlis thought you'd be the smartest person to grab the beak, as you are more nature oriented, and I don't know. You're a ranger, so I thought you'd be the best at carving an animal. It was Norlis's thought.
Snowcap's a little bit one-track mind.
For what reason is he following Norlis then?
The bowstring, in case.
Okay, no, that's a fair answer. I was asking for myself. Alright. Norlis moved all around. He's going to continue walking around, see if he senses anything. Very carefully stepping over this boat.
You don't seem to sense,
Nothing.
well, not, let me just check. Oh, yeah, one thing over here.
I sense it behind this wall.
Yes.
I don't sense
I think it's
anything.
this
I,
water.
I don't sense anything right here.
Nope, nope.
Oh. Tourmaline jumps into the water. What happens?
Do you, well, okay.
Is it acid?
No. It's normally,
But
it's,
I
if
saw
you
him in
can
this
jump in,
already.
it seems to be a bit, it's kind of, you can kind of, so do you, first of all, you just kind of jump in, do you dive in, or how do you go about going in the water? As
I
in,
was here
do you
first,
submerge yourself is what I should probably mean. Oh.
and
So you
then
kind
I
of
went
climb over
under. No,
this
I went under here.
okay, you went under, you dived under. Okay, so it's a bit shallow over here. It seems to get a bit deeper down there, and down here, seeming like it looks to be deep enough. It likely might go to an underwater tunnel of some kind. Uh, and around here, you can see something underwater. Um, kind of clean, kind of deeper, but you can kind of make it out, definitely. Kind of along, kind of grabbing towards the side and kind of looking around. And it looks like this.
Hmm.
Oh, did you see that, or are you too far? Okay, it looks like
No, I
this.
can see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
It does get a lot more shallow around the edges here, and it's only, and you can kind of, you can pin, do you see what looks to be a, actually, I take it back. This is magical.
Cool.
I forgot the yeah, I forgot what the bit, but yeah. Actually, no, I'm gonna stick for what I said. I'm sorry, I'm not, keep the consistency. It's not magical. I don't want to be an asshole.
Not
Okay.
cool.
Yeah. You see, wait, so Tormund, are you still submerged or no?
No, I can't. Like, I
Okay.
just submerged to go under the boat and came back
Okay.
up here.
Okay. Um, around here, what you see is there seems to be kind of a shelf of potions, but they're mostly empty. There's like one or two that aren't, and it looks to just be something. There's one that's just labeled like acid, and everything else is just there's a bunch of empty vials. There's a bed that looks like it's in really bad state. It might have bed bugs or maybe not. And then there seems to be a very smelly, honestly kind of nasty looking sock that's green and big right there.
Go pick up the
Did
acid.
did
And then
Normalus tell Tourmaline that there was a potentially magic object near here or no?
Yes, you would have.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna do something real quick to determine how far south were you here? Like where are you positioned? I want to see if there may be something slightly farther south. I don't know how. Actually, we'll see. If you move south, it'll be fine. Actually. Okay.
Right there.
That was all I need to know. Okay, good. That's all. That's all you noticed. Okay, good. But there was something right here. Is my point. Maybe I didn't speak to give you guys an answer. Did you guys? I'm unsure if you didn't. I didn't recognize it. Norris, you didn't tell Tourmaline that? Or
I
no?
said I did.
Okay, you did. Okay, Tourmaline. There's apparently somewhere around here there is a magical object. It might be one of the empty things. It could be the bed. It might be the sock. You kind of, by default, you might hope it's not the sock.
I did pick up the vial of acid. I'll lift up the bed.
There is several bones. Some of them look like ribs, as if someone was eating like pork ribs and just kind of put them under the bed. There's also like bones of a rat. There's like a a couple teeth that might be human. There is like a little jar of yellow liquid. And there's some like a bits of cloth that have been kind of just willy-nilly gone there, as well as some dust and some just wet areas due to the kind of a moist zone. So like I'd say there'd be like you could see like a little I'd also use find a dead spider as well.
Really hope it's not this nasty thing.
You saying that in regards to the yellow
The sock?
container or the sock? Okay.
That is the container open.
I'd say yes.
She would be able to smell what is in
Okay.
that container.
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 19.
It smells like piss.
I had a feeling.
Magic piss.
She will pick up the sock.
Okay. Roll a con save.
I don't like this.
The second you pick it up, like actually not even a second, a couple seconds after you pick it up, maybe 3 or 4. Actually, no, I'll keep it just for the sake of things to make it mechanically simple. You have a second you pick it up, it seems to irradiate this like weird, like smoke almost, but it's not quite a smoke. It's more of like a, it more kind of just like a slightly tinted like cloud that seems to, and it smells horrible,
Or
like really, really bad.
what's
But you kind of push through and you're holding it. It is really, really awful. The texture's not like it's like it has like almost a like greasy texture to even holding it, but also the sock is like a little like it doesn't it holds its form kind of well. It's just really strange and not, and you're pretty sure there's some, you can see a couple little mushrooms going somewhere, but it might just be like in a, your mind. But yeah, actually I'd say there's a couple mushrooms going from the sock as well.
don't care how magical this item is. And she just
It
throws
also,
it back.
it's just weighty enough that honestly, if someone told you there were some toes in like the socks, like you'd probably believe it. Okay, what did you say? You throw the sock,
Put it back
or you just put it back?
down.
You just put it back down. Did you put it back down where you found it, or do you put it back in the water? Or sorry, do you put it in the water?
Where I found it.
Okay. All right. Normalus. Let me just check. Did anyone loot this barrel? I think someone did. Yeah, someone already looted that. Someone already looted them, I believe, getting all the stuff, I think. If not, let me know. I believe you guys did. Over here, there seems to be something, that almost seems like it could be magical, but, mm, it's not. It looks to, it kind of, I mean, let me rephrase it. It has like a slight magic aspect to it, but it's, yeah, I'll say it's magical. I'll say that. I think that's fair. Um, it looks to be, what you can see is some type of potion stand, and you see magical kind of energy kind of waving from the thing at the top, albeit it's kind of waving a little bit, wavering a little bit, and there seems to be something else in that direct vicinity, maybe in a drawer of that desk.
So I detect 2 magical signatures.
Yeah.
Okay, I tell Jebabu that. Do I detect any from the hag? Or Granny Forget?
Assuming there's a bunch of little rocks I don't think anyone picked up. They like have very slight magical signatures, but they're kind of dwindling. It doesn't seem like they're like, it seems like clearly magical rocks of some kind, but it's hard to say that they're of use to you.
Okay. Heard. Alright. I'll continue around. Carefully stepping over the dead old woman.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Well, yeah, no, there's some magical stuff right here. I completely forgot because of a token in front of it. There's also like,
I
there's
would
3
tell
things that are
I
magical
would tell
right there, so.
Yagram that I detect around 3 items there.
Okay.
I'd pick him up.
Okay, well, there's a bunch. There's several potions and things on there. He said 3 of them are magical. Which ones do you grab?
If I was that close, I would have pointed at the individual items if I could have seen them visually. I wouldn't
Okay.
have made him look unless I was only detecting a signal I couldn't see.
Otherwise, I'll just hold them all up, going like, which one?
Okay. There's this weird magical essence. Like, there seems to be a smell. I take it. Nah, yeah, I guess it'd be. Yes, this is magical, and these are magical, and there is 2 magical things here.
Do I detect anything magical right here?
Yes, also.
So, 1 here, something here.
Well, sorry, 3 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 1 here.
Okay. Is
I'll go look at the barrels.
that what they
Okay.
are? Oh, that is what they are. Alrighty,
Before,
what does Yagram find?
okay, so Yagram, so wait, just to confirm, I said there's 3 things that Yagram. Okay, the first thing
Yes.
that Yagram finds is there is a seemingly a blue potion that has bubbles a little bit inside and almost has like a little steam that kind of is present in the little uh bottle. Like it almost looks like it's boiling, kinda. Then you find another one that's just like it. Then you seem to find a third potion. Oh crap. Really? I'm sorry, a website I was using for reference just gave me a bad gateway thing. Let me fix something. There we go. Oh, and then there's a red potion. With a little like bow on it. It's like seems to kind of, if when you touch it, the like liquid in this red potion seems to glimmer a little bit when agitated.
Cool.
Okay.
Any of you recognize any of these 3?
Anything you all find as I'm pointing them out, just set them in a pile, and when we have some downtime, I will properly identify all of them so that we don't have another tiny stone drought situation.
Sounds
What I'll
reasonable.
say to you, Yagram, is that the red one, just from being kind of traveling the lands a lit and being like a pseudo adventurer, what do you want to view that? The red one seems to have properties that you've seen before in healing potions. It could be a kind of healing potion. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Did anyone do anything with this, or just to wonder, or is Jeva potentially doing that?
Right there?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I'm
Jeva.
checking this cabinet. You said there's something on top.
There seems
What
to
can
be
I
something
see?
inside and something on top. There seems to be, looks to be there's a like like in process like potion that has this reddish quality, but also it's a little bit like it looks as if its color is constantly changing, and there's a little bit of like sparkle that comes from it. It's like there looks to be like little like little flakes of like that look like stars in there, and little flakes that look like you're pretty sure there's a bunch of like like a couple dead spiders in the potion. It's very strange. Then I think Norlis did kind of would have indicated there's something else possibly in a drawer.
Okay. I'm gonna open up the drawer, see what's in there.
Okay. Let me just check something. There seems to be well, it's kind of odd, but it looks to be a screwdriver. But that might not be it. There's a screwdriver. There's some lint. There is a drawing of a fox. And there is about 4 like throwing knives.
Okay, I'm gonna take those out and put them on top of the. I'm gonna put them on the surface of this thing.
Oh wait, I kind of I just realized something that I kind of feel iffy about. Yeah, I'll keep with that.
I'm gonna take the potion though and just hold it and just like
So
hold it
it
up
doesn't
close and
appear
look
to be
at
a
it more.
finished potion. Like it's like a literal like chemistry set with like
Oh,
like
okay, okay,
multiple
okay.
glass things. It's just that material seems to be that.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, by the way, I should probably mention there's multiple drawers. Which did you just say you went the top drawer or no? I assumed you did the top drawer.
W- yeah, sure, yeah, the top drawer, and then I'll
There's
keep
the
going
yeah, but I'd
through
say there's two
until I.
drawers.
Okay, let me open the other one. Nothing in that first drawer seemed especially magical.
In the next drawer, there seems to be another potion, a hand axe, and what looks to be like a little jar with eyes in it, and it seems to be labeled Newt's eyes. And then you see a little correction that says Eye of Newt below.
Okay.
That's funny.
All right, I'm gonna take those out and put them out on the surface of the little chemistry set.
And let's see,
Hmm.
just to give you a quick thing. Oh my God. Okay, that's fun. So the source I was using is got really funky. Just to describe the potion you saw, it appears to have like it's a cloudy green fluid that kind of has like it smells like the sea kinda and looks to have like little jellyfish like bubbles floating in it.
Okay.
Question: is the bear pelts clean?
No. Okay, quick thing. What were you doing first, Norlis? Were you looking at these or doing something over here?
Snowcap was next with their barrels.
Yeah.
These look like the same kind of barrels, like in terms of a substance, as the thing that you guys kind of dunked our draught into.
Okay.
Albeit, I will say that some look a little older than others, and they seem to have numbers on them. The numbers you see here are 1, 4, and 7.
Interesting.
Okay. Who's next? There's this weird thing. There's some stuff on these shelves, and there's something over here. I'll just pick with someone if someone doesn't say something.
I'll check the cells.
Okay. There seems to be a lot of like potions and things on the shelves, but 2 of them kind of ring out to you and seem magical. One of them seems to have a little like it looks to be this yellowish liquid, and it looks like there's like a little eyeball bobbing inside. The other one let me just get seems to how do I say this? Yeah. The other one like seems to be this muddy liquid. Actually, let me change that. Okay. Yeah. The other one seems like this muddy liquid. Uh, and if you like you can kind of see little shapes inside of it, or like, and kind of you kind of look at it, hold it a little bit differently. It looks to be like it has some things in it. Like it looks like you see some hairs and maybe a claw and some other stuff you kind of have a hard time making out.
Got you. Cool. I grab the potions. I'll put off a magical essence. And then Parmaline swims down under the water to see what she can find, as Norlis pointed, I guess.
Okay. You see a couple. It doesn't go. It's around 6 feet underwater. You see what appears to be a large, well, coffin of some sort. Seems tightly sealed. It's clearly ornate and has a lot of like symbols on it and things. Given your circumstance, and kind of wonky memories, you're not quite sure if you recognize it. You can use a, well, yeah, you're not quite sure what culture or group this could have been from. But it does seem a little odd to just leave this underwater. It also is around, I would say, 8 feet long. Maybe close to like 8.5 or so. Maybe 8 feet and a couple inches.
Can I pick it up?
Okay. As you start to touch it, you feel this like weird feeling like sink over you. Roll a intelligence saving throw.
Can I see them?
They're quite big, so like, yeah, you can kind of, you probably see their tail splashing out of the water as they kind of dive down, and you probably can kind of see their body in the water.
Can I say that? Can I say they rolled a 15?
Sure.
Normally, 15 plus your intelligent saving throw modifier.
It is 15. It is a flat. You have given me a flat 15.
I kind of figured. That's why I did it.
Okay. As you kind of like grab at it, it's very this feeling kind of is uncomfortable, and you feel numb in your hands as you touch it. Like it's almost, you can, for a second it becomes hard to move, and it's, you almost like you kind of see like for half a second like a, what looks like some like weird imagery of skulls, and almost as if like just kind of like you glance, you just kind of see a skull on the seafloor, or the like of the underwater floor that wasn't there, and you kind of, as you blink it's gone, and like it's really weird, but it, after a couple seconds it kind of fades. Do you continue to hold it? Or do you just kind of reach out and like push your hand back as that occurred?
No, I'll put it here if I can.
Oh, you want to take it out of the water. Okay. Um, as you continue to hold it, this kind of, it's like you look at like Snowcap, and you can, you see their like skull inside of their like head for a second, like their like skin becomes, and like muscles become translucent, and you can see their, it's really kind of weird and disturbing. And once you kind of put it down, like a couple seconds after, like this, that weird sensation seems to stop, and you stop seeing the weird imagery you were seeing. Norlis, actually, would
Yeah.
you, as they kind of dropped it, would you kind of look and see what they've put down?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like I visually
Roll
look.
a history check.
Okay. Nat 1, let's go. Give it to me. Oh,
This seems to
28.
not be anything you were kind of expecting to hear. It doesn't seem to be of, well, giant nature. It doesn't seem to be like Gresshelm. It doesn't really seem like anything from the region. As you kind of look at it more, you kind of see certain things that look a little familiar, certain designs. It might say familiar in a not a typical sense. Like you feel like you've seen them before somewhere, and you start to remember certain things, and then it hits you. This most likely is from Central Elkin, like North Central Elkin, and there's a very, very good chance it's probably from the Carden Kingdom.
Fascinating. Here's the important question. Am I sensing this coffin to be magical, or is the magic coming
Yes.
from within it?
Well, actually,
Or am I
both.
detecting two signatures? Okay, I'm detecting two signatures.
As
That's
you
even
kind
more
of like,
terrifying.
yes, yeah. I mean, I'll say the signature's a little was like, I mean,
Muddled. Yes, because
sorry,
you
as
can't.
it's put down and taken out of the water, this signature becomes more clear. As I actually want to clarify.
No, that makes sense
Like,
because it cannot. It is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So that makes absolute sense that I didn't sense
Okay.
a second until now.
okay.
Does it? I'm looking visually. I would make a perception check without touching it at all if it appears to be locked in any manner,
It's
or is it just closed
as you
currently?
kind of look around, there seems to be a lock on the side. Do you kind of move around a bit to look at different sides of it, or like?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, there seems to be a lock on either side of it.
Alrighty.
Looking kind of like what you must need a key or something for.
Is there a third signal? Is the lock magical?
The lock seems to be ingrained into like the inbuilt into the coffin itself. I would say that it doesn't seem like a separate magical signature, but does seem to be a magical signature in the same sense that the coffin is.
Okay. I'm surprised I'm actually able to use this spell. I did not anticipate. I thought I might need it, but it's the first time I've had a chance to use it. I don't normally prepare it either. That's awesome. Norlis reaches 2 hands out in front of himself, does a little jazz hand like wiggle, claps. Open sesame. I'm casting knock.
Okay, let me just gather something real quick, because... Okay, I need to... As you open it,
Oh fuck! I got excited. Norlis might have gotten excited. That happens.
I'm gonna
No.
give you a choice.
Jesus.
There's something about the Carden Kingdom that... Do you know anything about the Carden Kingdom?
Werewolves, monster fuckers,
Okay,
vampires.
you met someone from the There we go.
Yeah, no, I should have. If you want to continue with this, I'd have no problem with it because I jumped the
Okay,
gun.
but if you feel like Norlis wouldn't have done this, given that information, I can do whatever. But if you think they would,
the only difference I would have changed is I would have called everyone over before I did that. That's the only difference I would have changed. Is, oh, this is potentially something dangerous. I should have everyone close by in case it is the only other thought I might have had before doing exactly this. If you don't want to give me that thought, that is also perfectly okay.
okay.
I will have no qualms.
I'll say that you would have done so knowing that there's a chance it could be a powerful undead or a vampire.
Cool. Okay, so you got
with that in mind, would you still have done that?
Yeah, I would have said, I don't know what this is, but it could be something. It could be something, I don't know. I feel a magical signature within the box, which leads me to believe there's at least an item as well in there. There may be a living or non-living creature within that would be either really happy to finally be woken up or very unhappy to have been woken up. I don't
Okay.
know. But here goes. Throwing caution to the wind lately, aren't we?
Okay.
If it's a magical weapon, I call dibs.
Okay, you can open it then.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it seems.
That was
So wait,
that was sass being thrown right at Yagrum.
quick question: Does the spell? Oh, does the spell just unlock it, or will they open the whole thing? Let me just see. It unlocks. Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair. So yes, it seems to unlock. So as it unlocks, these little the thing seems to kind of vibrate a little bit, and then suddenly kind of doesn't fully open, but you can kind of see little creases where to grab it now to open it from the side. It doesn't seem to open like a normal coffin. Or kind of, it feels like there's more like a lid to it necessarily than it being like a. Sorry, but wherever the lid is seems to be a little farther up than normally it would be for a coffin, where it'd be like in the center, kind of. Is what I should probably say.
Okay.
Who opens it?
Hmm.
I don't mind opening it. I was kind of challenged.
Nope. Stop. I'm going to be smart about this.
Well, you threw that one out the window the moment you unlocked it.
No, it's just unlocked. Everything's fine. Norlis reaches into his component pouch and grabs a golden vial and shakes it violently before popping the cap off, and dirt pours out of it onto the ground, and that dirt continues to pour and mold with the ground itself as a earth elemental stands up. Alright, mister, would you do us a favor? Is he supposed to be bigger? How big's an earth elemental?
I believe size class medium. I think. Let me just make that.
No, there's no way.
Is it not? So no, did I say medium? I meant large. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, could you just make this token a little bit bigger? Thank you. And I'm gonna say that Tourmaline put the coffin down right here. Probably, because, yeah. Alright, Mr. Yagram, Miss Tourmaline, if you wouldn't take a step back while I have my large rocky friend, I think I call it, his name is Granite. It felt right. Open the coffin.
Okay. As it opens, as they begin to open it, this like smoke starts to ooze out of the coffin. It's hard to see initially, but the smoke begins to kind of lessen after a couple seconds. And you see a body. Let me actually here. So I was trying to grab the thing. Here's the thing. They appear to be in, well, rather intensive armor, but as you look at it, like, the armor kind of looks really crude and broken and damaged and just like kind of covered in rust, and you kind of also notice there's water in the coffin.
I was
And
gonna ask about that.
whatever it is looks pretty damaged, except there's one thing of note, and there seems to be a sword of some kind. It looks like, oh wait, this is no posting the right one.
It's cheerfully marked too.
It looks like the
Oh,
sword
no.
this person's wielding. It looks like that.
Yeah,
Wait, where'd you post
It
it?
is a
Oh.
it seems to be
I see.
a long sword,
I see.
and
Oh, dibs
there
on
is
that.
certain details to it that it definitely looks kind of has some like a green glowing blade to it, and it has kind of some baselines, but some of the details to it kind of look a lot like the sword Claire wielded.
Okay.
Context: there's like at least two of you don't have no clue who like two of you have no clue who that is.
Gotcha.
Actually, no, 3 of you technically because of Tourmaline. Well, Tourmaline might be able to get some slight memories in, but not too deeply.
Correction, I'm the only one that knows what that sword looks like, Nornless.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that too.
If we're talking about players, yes.
Only
3.
Norless. Yeah, okay, that too. Yeah, I guess only forgot about Yagam for a second. But yeah, only Norless.
Alright. Where I'm just watching, I command my stone dude to, like, poke the corpse. Poke the body.
Okay. As you poke the body, I would like, well, actually, I would like your
Does
creature
it look
to
more
roll
or less
a-
dead than Yagram?
I would like them to roll a.
Nice.
I'll let you choose a dexterity throw or a con saving throw.
I don't know what their stat block is. One moment.
I'll try to pull it up on D&D Beyond. They're a what is it called? Earth element? Yeah.
They are a summon elemental. It's entirely different.
Oh.
Oh, which makes sense. That's why they are in fact medium. They are in medium. Okay, that makes sense now. Because they're not an actual earth elemental. Their AC is 15, and their health is 50. What did you say, con or dex?
Yep.
They'll do con.
Okay, roll for it.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Fucking dad sneeze right there. Good God.
Curse you.
Call me daddy. Oh, not good.
Okay. The armor seems to immediately dissolve, well, not even dissolve, dissipate and turn into this weird, like, rusty dust of sorts, which quickly and immediately slides up and absorbs, like, begins to absorb into, like, the skin, or I guess more so, like, rocky form of this creature. And before you know it, like, its kind of arm looks really strange, and it begins to move it slightly, and now the arm is just metal made of a substance. What remains now is the body beneath that broken armor, and what seems to be the case is there is armor beneath that armor, but more importantly, someone's looking right back at you. They appear to have pale skin, white hair, and they are looking directly at you.
Okay, at who?
They're
The elemental in front of them,
well,
or
I would say, actually, let me rephrase that. They're looking directly at the elemental, and their eyes quickly then slide right to the person closest, which is Tourmaline, and they look like what I posted. Let me just make a token for real quick.
wood.
I thought I had this imagery.
Oh my god.
Cool. Good morning, friend. Might I get your name? My name is Nornless. Sorry to wake you.
Talfang, the sun.
The sun? Is that the end? That's terrifying if that's the end.
That's implied.
No, that was me out of character.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just what they say. They say the sun.
This Talfang the sun. I would really like to make a history check. Would you allow me?
Sure.
Motherfucker, I knew that was gonna be low. 15.
What did you get?
It's not bad by
alright.
average. That's a medium check success, but
Okay.
Talfang the
just to kind
sun.
of- Okay. just to kind of get a range and guesstimate and Edel thing here. To help you out a little bit, but also to maybe screw over. I would like you to flip a coin, pick heads or tails. I'm using this to determine.
You would like to
kind
flip
of
a
what.
coin, or you would like me to?
No, I would like you to. I would like you to.
I got a $50, and I'm gonna choose tails. This is gonna be loud because I think I'm gonna try and make it land on my
Based
desk.
$50 enjoyer.
Y'all ready for this? This might be loud. I didn't flick it far enough. All right, one more time.
Yo.
Heads. I failed.
Okay. You don't know much about this individual.
Okay.
You think you know enough to know that they're someone from the Carden Kingdom. You've heard that name before,
All
and
right.
you think they either lived around 700 years ago, or maybe maybe more than that, or maybe a little bit less.
Understood. Well, Mr. Talfang the Sun, I think the most important question to ask is, are you happy or unhappy we have woken you up?
I don't know. Who are any of you?
We are just a group of traveling adventurers, I'd call us at this point. Stumbled
Where am
into,
I?
we're at a location here that player is forgetful of.
Door.
Door.
Red door.
That's adorable. I hate myself, it's okay. We're near the base of the Door Mountains, I believe, in the valley. Is the best
You can say
accuracy I could
Doorbell
give
Mountains.
you.
I think I recall where that is. Why am I here?
Yeah, I don't know. You'd be the better one to ask that one, sir.
Hmm. I think I have some guesstimates.
We found you by mere coincidence. I thought this was just going to be a no offense, of course, just a dead body at most, or and a way to trap a magic item that certain people didn't want to get in other hands. Which is why I opened it, because we are on quite a quest and we can use powerful items such as that.
Wait, you have the keys, right?
No,
That was an answer I think you probably shouldn't have given me. Why don't you have the keys?
because I was given no keys.
So you weren't supposed to open me. That's unpleasant.
I mean, I can
I
close it again.
don't know whether to punish you or to accept this, since I have uncertainties about this circumstance. Certainly. Whom owns this place? Who dwells here, if not you and yours, since you said you were traveling through here?
A group of hags, a coven of hags, I believe, is the ownership of this location, if you were to use that term loosely.
That's very helpful. I think I understand the circumstance. I need to ask a question.
Okay.
Go for it.
Was this tomb in the water? That seems to be a unpolite place to put me.
I would agree.
A watery grave is a grave for no one.
Exactly.
I have certain things I intend to do, but since you seem to not be the persons who have placed me here, and how do I say this? I'm going to make my own decisions for the time being. As in, I know for a fact I was taken here to be of service for whomever had, well, rented me, per se.
Okay.
I assume my glorious kingdom made a deal with the things here, those hags. However, I have standards and they've misused them, gone against those standards, or purely didn't care for them, or even didn't know. But I can't imagine they wouldn't know.
See.
Now, before I stand, just to so I know that you are something who could listen, or someone who could listen. What did I say my name was? You have 15 seconds to answer.
Normally, wouldn't have forgotten that fast. Something the sun. I'm so sorry.
Oh, come on, this is gonna be a way. Okay. Alright.
I have a lot. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I'm while this is going on, I'm scouring my spells in case this goes
Okay,
terribly wrong, and I'm trying to figure out what my countermeasure is so I don't delay combat. I do apologize.
to be clear, I kind of like the idea of you forgetting something being your character forgetting something, but also at the same time, I get that it would work that way. Okay. Uh, also, you remember it being Talfang, the sun,
Yes, Talfang the sun. Yes.
and you. Okay. That is my name.
As you have told me it.
What is your goal here?
We are looking for a bowstring. Genuinely, I thought the bowstring might have been in there. That is why I was keen on opening the coffin. Looking for a bowstring. Looking for. There was another magic item. I can't remember. Anyone else help me? What? There's another magic item in this general area.
Yeah, and, I've heard of a glowing green shot that looks particularly nice on my belt.
Shut up. Stop.
I would like you to apologize for stating that.
I'm simply stating that it's a beautiful blade, sire. I meant no offense.
Well, no offense needs to be taken. They start to kind of stand up a little bit. I'm happy the circumstances occurred how they did. I don't like that rusty substance. But it was an interesting choice of extra protection. It seems none of you are made of metal now, so I guess it works out except for that thing you seem to have summoned.
So is that how my good friend Granite just will be from now on? He's now part
Uh,
metal.
At least enough of it. I don't think they can move their. I mean, unless they can move. I don't know. That
Oh,
might be
have
a
he?
benefit
Yeah,
depending on
has
where it is.
Granite been completely unable to move this entire time now?
No, not quite. It looks to be like their arm, and then like kind of closer to their head is just made of metal, but their legs seem to function, and it's
Fascinating. Okay,
given they're an
cool.
elemental, it's possible they could move their arm, but you aren't sure.
It's all Earth at the end of the day.
But
But yes, cool. All right.
that string, could you give me some descriptors to it?
It probably will make the. It belongs to this bow, and I kind of like, kind of show the bow. It likely emits a cold aura onto it.
I've seen that before. Why was it removed from the structure it once was?
I'm unsure.
They look at you, and where did you find it?
In 1 second. I found it in Musfelter.
That's what I believe. It was in a structure in Mossvelver. In a, what do you call them, longhouses or halls of some kind? Maybe it was beneath there. I forget if it was beneath a floorboard or. I remember seeing it. Been a while though. But
In a cave beneath the longhouse.
that just implies. Okay. So maybe there was some confusion. But if you had removed it from that longhouse, I would have reason to break your hand, given you would have lied to me. But a cave isn't necessarily a structure, so I can understand the circumstance.
Do you know anything of the string itself? No, you said it was last you seen it was together, so
Well,
likely
that's
not.
not. I know information. You mention these hags. I have some understanding of whom I typically am. I knew the circumstances to some degree of who I would be sold to, albeit it was varied enough that I don't know absolute certainties, but I know enough to know there is one that seems to have, from what I was told, a string that they have wrapped along their hand that allows whatever they touch to freeze.
See, that's good to know. Thank you. I suppose just for transparency's sake, and then to be completely forthright and ensure that we are not accidentally just setting a great evil upon the lands free. What are your intentions, good sir? Now that you have your agency once again to do
I'm
whatever
going
you
to
wish.
find who I was sold to, and I'm going to have a stern talking to them, and likely kill them, or find out who was responsible and kill them for having my tomb in the liquid below. However,
Why were you sold in the first place?
very good question.
Did you willfully enter
A
the
mercenary?
tomb?
It's complicated, but basically yes. Albeit the circumstances are complicated.
I'm just curious, do you happen to have any, family back home in the Cotton Kingdom?
Yes, quite a few. But also, I believe I have some family that may have been up here, or have traveled up here based off my more recent understandings.
Who might they be?
Anyone of note, of course. Are you, perhaps, you do have a royal demeanor? Are you of the Cotton
I
royalty?
am I am the son for I have a father, and that
Yeah,
father is the Cardin King.
Oh, which means you likely have many brothers and sisters then, too.
Yes, I believe the one that came up. There was a couple that came up here, at least two. One I didn't really care for much. They were kind of lame. The other was interesting. They had some ambition. I do, in terms of my agreement with their ambition, I kind of go back and forth. I don't think it's. I think there's some reasonability in terms of ambition. I believe her name was Claire Cardine.
Claudine, yes,
Yes.
I know them.
Oh, you do?
I do. I'd
Where
wait, I'd surmise her and I are friends.
did you meet them in Vetberg
I,
or somewhere else?
I,
I was in understanding they were heading to Vetberg.
A-Y-E.
A-Y-E.
He's saying yes.
Ah, okay. That lingo is not common where I'm from.
South Carolina.
Okay, wait. Do you think this sounds like a South Carolina accent, or do you think me, Ian, is from South Carolina?
Aren't you from South Carolina? Didn't you say that?
No, I'm from North Carolina. I was gonna
Oh, I'm
suck a
sorry.
dick
I'm
after
one
that. Oh my
direction
god.
off. One direction off.
It's
My
not a,
bad.
it's a, one has like a nice national park and like has some nice cities, and the other has like fucking Myrtle Beach. We're not doing this shit. No. Okay,
Not
okay, okay, I'll
you
take it back. South Carolina has
shitting
a
on
okay.
South
South Carolina
Carolina
has
is
a, okay. South Carolina has some
crazy.
other shit too. That's kind of a jokey thing. I like South Carolina more than more than some, but Myrtle Beach is shitty, and South Carolina they have cheaper gas slightly, and that's where you go to buy fireworks.
Listen, you have a personal stake in this, but I wouldn't
Not
expect you
really.
to
I don't.
know the difference between whether or not someone was from South Dakota or North Dakota either, or West Virginia and regular
Nah,
Virginia.
that's way more of a
If someone
difference.
told me they were from South Dakota, I would be like, okay, I would learn that fact.
You're
I
also
feel
a
like
mapophile, so you are a fundamentally different person than myself.
I wouldn't know. If they told me that city, I might be uncertain. If especially it's not like the capital. And I don't even remember the capital of North Dakota or South Dakota off the top of my. Maybe Sioux Falls is one of
See, if
them.
I can
Maybe
barely
not.
remember birthdays, I'm doing my best over here. I'm sorry.
Wait, Sioux Falls might be in Nebraska. Maybe I don't know. It's one of
The
those.
Sioux
I think.
cities in Iowa.
There's 2 cities in Iowa called Sioux Falls.
You're all from
No, I said
Boston.
Sioux
no,
City. Is in
Oh, 2 cities. Okay. Wait. So Sioux. Oh,
Sioux.
Sioux.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's how it's pronounced. Okay. I don't know if I was just Sioux. Okay. So Sioux City or Sioux City is in Iowa. Okay. Is that where they have?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we get. Okay. I'm gonna ask this question and then we're gonna get back into the game. Is there a spam museum there?
The fuck?
A spam.
Like-
Yeah.
Like the food.
I knew someone who went through that place. I think. And there was a spam museum there, and they visited. And then I remember looking at a Kentucky trip thing, and it
It
was
was
that
like the spam museum is in Austin, Minnesota.
Wait, I thought Austin was in
oh.
Texas.
I thought it was in Sioux City. Sioux
That
City.
is.
I guess.
Sorry.
Wait. This is wild. I knew someone who went to Alaska. That means they went through Texas when they went to Alaska. Instead of going to national
What?
parks and stuff, they went to the okay. No, there's got to be a different one. Okay, back to thing. We'll figure it out later. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Yes, I
maybe
knew
we'll figure it
Claire.
Around.
Austin, Iowa.
Okay.
14 hours. Damn.
I kind of may have helped them get this far, so that's nice. Where are they currently?
They're currently in the city of Oscar Ball.
Interesting. Do they still have a library there?
The world's greatest.
I don't know about that, but maybe. Okay. Why are they at that library city?
Because that was the only place I knew that might be able to help them in their current predicament.
What is their current predicament?
I am being asked a volley of questions, sir.
Yes, that's. You should expect to do so.
And why is that? Just curious.
Because I have the means to, if I really try hard enough and I get the right angle and can do so fast enough, I could remove your spinal cord.
Alright, mate, don't throw around threats. Just shit idea all around.
But also, it would get my hands all messy, and I do not wish to do that right now. If anything, I don't like that there was water in where I was sleeping. That did not occur from my memory. Did it there's a leak? I'm not sure.
I'm misprepared. I do. It's range on this. Oh,
Alright, mate.
I'm not getting
Let's get to the point here, because I'm getting kind of frustrated here, and
Why are you getting frustrated?
Yes,
because
no.
you're pissing me off. What do you want? We got you out.
You,
Now what?
I just want to know about my current predicaments. I'm
Then
interested.
get
I
the
have a
fuck out
sister.
there. You've been stuck in
Okay.
a cave for God knows how long.
I
Tell us something useful, or stop bothering us.
Okay, firstly, I am fine with telling you something useful. Secondly, I'd like you to apologize.
You promise you're gonna say something useful.
Well, I don't know to the degree of what is
We're
useful
looking for
to
the
you, so
string. You got any info about that? Then I'll apologize.
sure.
Then I
From my
humbly
memory,
apologize.
I mean, look at you. Okay, are you saying that genuinely, or or are you just kind of doing it to get to the point?
He's saying it to get to the point.
I'd like a more sincere apology than that.
He falls on one knee. I apologize for my outburst. But we really need information. Please
From
get
my
to the point.
memory of the list of people I'd potentially be sold to, the person that was the hag that I mentioned possessed such a thing was named Gretskilba. I believe they are a Bwer hag, and quite a powerful one indeed. They likely, if this is my understanding of this place, probably dwell within a cold chamber of some kind, albeit the specifics are uncertain to me. I do not know if they're currently here, but I do know that they likely are the one I was sold to. Albeit, there are two potential lovers I feel are of reasonability.
Who might those two be?
Let's see. Their names are so convoluted. Let me think. Let me use my mind. Well, let's see. I said Griskilba. That was, I think, the Frost Haven, something like that.
With
There
a
was
hag with.
a,
Oh, sorry.
there was a, let's see, Skrgilfa the Wicked. That's the one I've actually met before. I've seen them quite a few times. That's actually probable too, but I don't know if we were on good terms. Albeit I don't like hags all that much, but sometimes I do. Uh, and then I believe, yes, Gragilfa the Wicked, and but I believe there's Grachilda the Wet. They're a rare circumstance. Generally, the sea hags are the weaker bunch. They're generally kind of the bottom of the barrel of their kin, but they're an exception among exceptions. They are extremely dangerous, possibly as much as I. From my understanding, I'd say probably we're one of the most dangerous entities in this region. Okay. I'd have another question. Where is the exit to this place? I have another question after that, and I'll leave you be since you did unearth me to some degree. I do not enjoy silence. Please answer my question.
Oh, Snowcap is kind of pointing like to like the exit where they came from.
Okay, I certainly tell this is a cave. Are you saying that if I just head in that general direction, I'll be fine?
Um,
there's no
I can't,
It's a cave.
second.
It's not straight. It's
I
it's
get that.
it's in that general direction is what.
I just didn't know if there was any forks in the road or anything like that.
This is the first fork we came down, so hopefully you find the right one. Head up.
Okay, will that lead me to water or land?
it'll lead you to
Snow.
a
A
beach.
little bit of both.
Okay. Well, my final question. You said my sister was in a certain state of circumstance. What
Yes,
is that circumstance?
dead, but not
Oh,
trying to help her fix that.
Are they a sword?
One might say.
Yes. I have about 7 brothers in this one.
Oh, that's
It's a.
terrible.
It's really not. They weren't really great people, so it works out.
I see. What can I fucking do to, like, I can't... I apologize, my other DM has traumatized me with accidentally making mistakes that come up and majorly fuck me in the future. And now I'm so anxious about every time someone appears remotely evil just by cadence. And now I'm stressing the fuck out.
I mean, if he looks evil, we should kill him.
If this guy is
No, 'cause that's
the son
racism
of
at
a
that point.
evil vampire, but they seem to approve of
Claire.
of Claire, but also there's so far you're really uncertain because they
Yeah,
seem to
no,
be
I know
really
I am.
like
That's making me
flip-floppy, so it's-
anxious.
yeah.
Making me really anxious right now.
They seem to they see a little cup next to this well of sorts, and they seem to kind of get a little close. They smell the liquid, and they get the little cup, get some of this strange, like, kind of substance, and they seem to drink it. That's quite good.
Mm.
I wouldn't drink it if I were you, but I think it's quite good. Okay, well, I'll be on my way. Thank you for that knowledge. I...
I
Actually, let me rephrase. I said ask for the way of the exit. Do you have any enemies here?
potentially.
Or maybe out there?
Good skill, boy.
Okay.
Oh.
Anything more intensive?
Oh, yeah, Dorak.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, Dorak.
You understand this dude's like 700 years old, yeah? Just making sure, like, above table? Okay, cool.
But even albeit they said that, they did mention Claire. The idea that Claire has been on her journey for 700 years is unlikely.
No, that sounds about right.
Well, actually, the one thing I will tell you that is kind of important for this campaign is that the stuff regarding Dorak, like, is relatively in the last like month and a half or so. I guess maybe last 2 months now. Now we almost have a month. We have a lot of time passed in this game so far. Like 6 months ago, no one knew who Dorak was.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a big thing here. So this person has no clue who Dorak is. Albeit, well,
Probably
at
been
least you don't
longer.
think they do. They might know something if you like use it if you describe them, but like they seem to not know who Dorak is, at least by name alone.
Do I go violence or do I go persuasion?
Give me one chance. Give me one chance to do persuasion.
I have a thought, but I can't think. It's fucking in a knot with other thoughts. Like, I'm trying to, like, organize my brain.
Got you.
Wait,
You
But
seem
still
to be.
glaring at you, Yagram.
Hmm?
You seem to be that.
Snowcap is.
you seem to be what?
Alright, I didn't want to talk over anyone.
Oh, I was
Oh.
gonna say Snowcap is still glaring at Yagram, despite being said to stop glaring.
Because you look like an idiot. Both of you.
I don't think you'd be confident enough to say that to Tourmaline. I think you're a little scared of her, from what I recall. They're kind of frighteningly big and ripped.
You misunderstand fearful arousal.
You know,
Sorry.
same. No, JK.
Fair?
I have
You seem to be
more-
a man of honor, no?
Well, I'd say that. I don't know if I'm always a man of honor. Sometimes
But
I'm
contracts are
an
important,
entity of
yes.
honor or a woman of honor. Yes.
Contracts are
I'd say
important.
it depends, but generalistically.
So, if,
Albeit, I say that. Obviously, you've just seen that I've. Well, my contract that was set seems to is broken. I'm breaking that contract, or I intend to, given my ambitions and what I described about my conditions. So yes.
That's reasonable.
But
I'm
yes,
just
I
I'm just
guess it kind of
curious,
depends.
how would your father take to him knowing about you breaking a contract? I'm truly curious because I'm trying to think about how I'd feel if I'd learned my son had agreed to something and then went back on it. Thinking about
Depends
how
on
I would
circumstance.
react on this.
It really depends on what year it is. On leap years, they seem to be far more aggressive. On other years, not so much. Around 300 years ago, they were a very undesirable person, I would say. Around 200 years ago, they got a little better. Right now, I don't really love them in regards to their. I mean, they're my father. I have love for them, but I mean, I don't love their. Um, let's say governmental choices. But
I mean,
to be
eventually you'll
fair,
inherit that government.
do you know how many siblings I have? I am the son, though, so I guess you could say that. Albeit, I'll be honest, I don't know if I should be of. That is not my favorite circumstance. I mainly go by that because that's what I
You do
know
say the
by.
son. That does raise a very curious
The
question.
son,
Does that mean the first?
well, that's what you'd think.
That is what I would think. That's why I'm curious.
I, it's. I'll be honest with you. I don't really know, and I'm kind of fine with that.
Do you have an older brother or sister?
Well, I had an older sister, at least two.
Right. But no
So
older
do you just
brothers.
prefer to wander around?
One of them. Actually, it's really complicated. They, oh boy.
May I make a
Okay.
history check to see if I can remember what the name of the king of the Cardin Kingdom's first son's name is?
You would have to. Oh, first son?
What the
Okay,
first son his first son's name is by the record books.
sure, go for it. I will
Uh,
say,
Oh,
dirty
you would know the
20.
Cardin King only goes by the Cardin King.
Okay.
You would know. Now that you kind of think about it, it probably is. Like, you're not certain, but the best thing that you can think of and come up with seems to be Talfang.
Do you believe we're in the presence of the first son?
Uh, My circumstances are complicated, but yes. But as I was saying, it's um. Do you know who Greska Raskaru is?
Do I?
Well, technically, okay. Meta, yes, you've met them.
I have?
Yes,
Where?
in a very strange sequence, but
Is that the
in a
Norn's
cave.
name? Oh no,
It's
okay.
one of the. It was a Norn that was not really a Norn, and they were more so just covering the position.
Right, okay, yes. I am familiar, yes.
That two of my sisters who are older than me seem to have fused into that entity. A long time ago, I think it was something about the Raven Queen. I forget. It's complicated.
Fascinating.
That entity is one that I believe has a brother of note. Something about floorboards. I forget. Um. Anyway, I'll say this. You, Orc, clearly you have a temper, and you have a parasite. You, rabbit of sorts.
Hmm.
You seem alright. Mammoth, you don't have not spoken whatsoever,
Not
and
a
I'm
word.
fine with that.
Not a single fucking word.
Purple, what is your name?
The name that was given to me at birth was Normalis.
Okay. Interesting. Was it a mother or father who gave you that name?
Fuck me, and I don't remember. Which one, what did I decide?
You said father?
I said father, okay. Holy shit, which one was it? No, he asked me that question recently, and I forgot my answer.
That's interesting. I wonder if it goes by soul quench rules. Interesting. That's a very well, we'll have to see. I wonder. You might have an interesting future, or maybe an interesting past. Who knows? And you, uh, Shrine, is that you? They seem to point to this person right here, Formalin. That's your name, right? Hello? Wait,
Amethyst?
Metawise, there are Amethyst, you here?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're talking to you.
I said no.
Okay. You were not heard.
Okay. That's a bit weird. Are you sure?
You're asking me if I'm sure of
I
my own name?
have I not met you before?
I don't recall you.
Or do you? Roll a
Okay.
history check.
Unironically, yeah, I would like you to
Or a
roll.
wisdom saving throw like that. Whatever you did before. What was that?
I believe it was a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, roll wisdom saving throw.
Nice. I
Oh
remember
my god.
everything.
You actually remember seeing this person. Now that that's said, you and thinking about it, you aren't sure what time, but you remember seeing this person before,
You guys used to
and
hook up
you
in
are
college.
not sure if it was under the best circumstances, but you know it was a meeting with a bunch of other people, and it was a really fucking weird meeting. Like you're pretty sure that like there was someone who was like a locust, and they were really spooky, and people talked about that, but apparently it was a guy who was not the really spooky guy of the locust, but a lesser spooky. It was odd. You also remember there was like um several elves with weird names, and one of them was the one that had the locust going on. There were some like there was what seemed to be a salmon that was like bipedal, and you could describe as a punk in terms of aesthetics. There were then a couple. There was at least one other siren. There were some people who you think may have been ancient warriors of the north. Not too many, but some, and all sorts of other strange entities. Some of which were rather spooky. It's I'll send you some images a little later, but it was a very weird meeting, and you don't remember what it was about. You just know it happened, and you can remember the faces of people you saw from that meeting.
I mean, your face looks familiar, but I am no Trine.
Oh, I heard she's more fishy these days anyway. Well, more so than that. I mean, like in a funner way. Well, I mean, it's alright. Sorry, let me get back into the style of it. I believe she was a more. I've heard more mixed things about their appearance nowadays. It's just you look like them when they were younger. I think. A decent lay, I'd say, but it is what it is. That's good that you're a different person, I guess. Okay. Either way, clearly you appear to be strong. And I'll say that the same to the your non-list. I'll say that you seem to be as well. It's quite a few of you do. That's why I don't want to engage in certain things. I will make my leave. If I see any of these vile hags, I will slay them. Is there anything else I should know? Anything important? Anyone who might be an issue? Anyone else?
He says, if you would elucidate me on what you meant about my name. This is the first I've heard anything of note about my name being
You
different,
and
I
that
suppose.
I'd rather not tell you if that's the case.
I'd rather you tell me if that is the case. Kindly, please. I believe now we've determined I've done you a service.
It's going to sound dumb, But if you take it seriously, which might not be the worst idea, it will be upsetting, potentially. Or maybe not, I'm not sure.
I would like to know.
Okay, I'm gonna give an example first. I'll give a couple. So, let's see. I believe I've engaged with some people from there's a clan of elves, and they were kind of odd. I believe a couple around 3,000 years ago, most of them died. There was a couple, maybe like 2 or 3, I think 2, I don't know, who survived, and they ended up repopulating their clan. I believe one of them, or they both kind of engaged in this, but one of them engaged in it a little bit funnier. I guess in a funnier way, but maybe funny is not necessarily the right term for determining the fates of one's children. But they would give their child, their firstborn, a particular name ending in Dar, I believe Dar. One of them, I think, was named Clowndar, and regardless of their circumstance, they're a clown. If I was named that, I would probably try to, I don't know, go by something else. Possibly not be a clown, but that's what they are now. I believe, let's see, not all of them make sense. I believe there's one called Blandar. They're a powerful, druid. I believe they have to do with trees, which trees are honestly a fairly bland choice in the for realm of things. I think there's another in Clamdar. They're of a interesting history, but I believe they wear a clam helmet, and do clam things. Which again, I feel like if I was named that, I would reject such a thing. But I is circumstance. Now that I've given that circumstance, do you feel you understand what I'm getting at?
That my name ties me to the Norns in some way.
Yes. It might not. It's circumstance. But I just said if the soul quench rule, if that kind of rule is in play, then by fate that might be your fate.
So glad that the party didn't bully me into being Nautilus when the party started then. That was my name when people kept forgetting my fucking name.
Wait, what was it?
I was making a joke how in the very beginning of the campaign, people kept accidentally calling me Nautilus instead of Nautilus.
I don't think I ever called you Nautilus,
No,
but
it was
I
most of
might
the
have.
players.
Okay,
It was Dre and Cheesecake a lot. It was funny.
okay. Well,
Stating
Teehee.
okay. Well, I thank you for that information.
that could be a bad thing, to be clear. Don't just, I mean, not, well, actually, it's kind of mixed. Okay.
Knowing more about yourself is scarcely a bad thing.
Okay. But you sure there's no one I need to know about here who is particularly an issue, right?
There's no one that we know about that we can tell you about.
Okay.
And if there
Are you
is,
certain?
yes.
So there's the hags here, and that is the main issue, and there's just everything else is probably just mild threat to me, correct?
I'd have to do combat with you. I don't know.
I'm quite strong.
I don't doubt it.
people.
You've been around.
I have no wish for combat.
I've been around a long while. Let's just
Yes.
say that. I'm going to go on my way. Um,
Can I go above
Hmm,
table for just a second?
sure.
Does anyone have any? I don't want to let this guy go because I'm worried he might be evil down the line. What
I'll
is everyone?
absolutely kill him.
I had this very same issue with my other character. He hasn't done anything outrightly evil and said anything outrightly bad, so it's fine to let him go or travel the party, and then betrayal of the highest caliber. But I can't make my player character Normalist just decide to do something because of the way my player feels. So, what are everyone's player and player characters' feelings about this currently? Yagram
Yagram
wants to
wants
kill
sword.
him, not even because he's evil, but because he's greedy. Respectfully or disrespectfully, mind you. Snowcap, Jebaboo, Amethyst, Tourmaline, Thomas, Ombi.
Me and Snowcap would want to let him go.
Okay.
Tourmaline is actually for letting him go. He has style.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's no reason we really shouldn't let him go.
Don't want to fucking let him go, but
I got
I
you.
have asked
that's
so many
me. That's
questions.
me. That's me, Titus, not Norlis. Norlis is perfectly fine. He seems respectful. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna go kill the hags. Claire's doing okay in my books. Blah blah blah. I'm, I'm true neutral. Whatever tickles my fancy that day, and that doesn't make me a bad person. Is exactly how I'm seeing him right now."
Well, you have answered so many of my questions and been helpful. I will ask you one last question, and I'll give you a gift. What? Well, what are the weather conditions outside, and what is the time?
It's around a little past midday, and by that I mean noon, in case those are two different definitions for anyone else. Um,
Is it extremely cloudy, or is the sun out?
I think it's
It's
fairly cloudy,
cloudy.
no? Right?
It's
Really?
very cloudy.
You're also in the
Okay.
midst of a valley, so even if it was super sunny, I don't think you'd be getting hit by a whole lot of sun at this point, even at this time of
Okay, I'll
day.
see. I'll play my case a little well. They seem to smile. Albeit you've certainly probably noticed it by now. They have clear fangs. Um, okay, here we go. Um, Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I don't really care. But Uh, I have a gift. I'm not sure who I should give it to. Who would like a vial of my blood?
What you say?
What did I say? I said a vial of my blood. That's quite a valuable thing, to be honest with you. But, yes,
Why is it so valuable?
I'll take it.
I'm a vampire. I thought that was. Did you guys not know that? I
No.
can
I
totally
guessed.
understand. Okay, well, yes, I am a vampire, and I'm a quite of a special one.
Formalin will
At
gladly
least I think so.
accept
But
the vial of blood.
I personally would like to make it clear that, well, I can't promise you'll live if you absorb this, but if you do, let me know, because that means I will consider you a sibling of mine. You also will gain vampirism, but that's rather obvious. Uh,
I want to
as
snatch
for
out
how
of.
you absorb such a thing, oh wait, would you? Because I kind of thought you were like kind of staying behind Jebba a little bit, but
No, I'm
yeah, would
saying
you
I
would it?
want to snatch it away from Tourmaline because every time
Oh,
Amethyst is given something, oh, this will negatively affect you potentially in the future. I don't really give a fuck. Put that mask on. I'm gonna become a Draugr when I die. And I
Yeah,
just
that's
got,
gonna be
have
fun
I
when that
died?
happens.
I just,
Have I died?
no, I'm just saying you do things so chaotically that I don't want you to have this fucking vampire blood.
You don't know that. This ain't sardonyx.
No, but it is Amethyst.
It ain't sardonyx though.
Uh huh. Uh huh. I'm being
I
sassy.
am taking the
Don't
vial
don't
of
mind me.
blood.
Well, I wonder what would happen if you let them wear their mask. I wonder what would happen with that.
I mean,
Okay,
they still
I'm
have it,
gonna.
so it
They
hasn't been
could
taken
offer it.
away.
Ooh, they could offer it. Yeah, which means they would also do a drug when they die.
There's so
Except
much
they
blood. Shut
seem to
up.
already be dead, so who knows? Ooh, okay, but basically, okay. I'll place this vial right next to this nice little well of what
Oh,
I
I
think
have
is
my
some
hand
type of
out.
venom.
I'm taking it from him.
Okay,
I
fine, take
am.
it. I well, you'll live a long time anyway, but if you really wish, you could. Okay, well, I'll be on my way. And they start to walk, and they begin to very clearly walk on the water
But
and start
before
to move away out. Oh,
before he goes to the water, I'd stop him. I'd stop him. Sire, wouldn't it be smart to say you've been resting for a long time? Maybe a bit of friendly sparring to get your old blood flowing again. Really show the group what you're capable of. Just a bit of friendly sparring.
maybe. I'm not sure if I'd
Sire, it's only reasonable.
think that
I,
would be
I don't.
necessary.
Maybe. Depends on what weapon you happen to use. I feel my
Just dump.
current one could cause some issues to you. But I'll be honest, I don't know if I. Well, you seem to have apologized earlier, so that is understanding.
Sire, maybe, and I ask this most humbly, maybe you could show off a bit. This is a simple steel maul, nothing magical about it. I'm sure of it that you could really, really show the group what you're capable of with
Okay.
just this piece of metal on a stick while I'm wielding that grand weapon of your design in my
Okay.
unworthy hands.
I've been screwed over before in this kind of situation. You didn't happen to dip that in holy water, did you?
Oh, that's
Sire,
fucking
That's
hilarious.
not forged in holy water, right?
Sire, I would have done no such thing. You can touch it if you dare.
If you
Not
dare.
dare. If you do not trust me. I
He's
swear
great.
on all of my lineage, I have done no such thing.
Sorry, form a
When is the
line. Slams her tail down between Yagrum.
It's not holy.
Talfang.
No formality, wow.
I'm
See,
afraid
Tal-
we don't have time for this.
Talfang, they don't trust you. They think you're old and withered. They don't believe that you have the skill.
We are both clearly glaring at Yagrum.
They are
Cap.
mistrusting.
Your
I
passive
have
perception
the
is
ice
20,
skates.
right?
I
I
have the
know.
ice skates.
Your passive perception is 20, right?
Yeah.
You hear a scream that kind of feels kind of like it's hard to tell if it's a scream of distress or a scream of action, but you hear a loud noise somewhere down this tunnel this way. It is not that apparent to other people because it's rather light and you guys are in discussion, but it would be a light like echo to the rest of you. You might not even pick up on it, but Snowcap you definitely would.
I let me get the
What happened? Oh shit! Oh yeah, that happened. You said there
I whisper to our friend
I meant to do that 5 minutes ago, by the way. I apologize for that.
Who are you whispering to?
Talfang.
The they're trying to get the name.
Talfang.
no, I
Talfang.
know the name.
Talfang. Oh yeah.
Who are you whispering?
I whispered it to the GM.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Okay.
You were typing. Understood.
Wait, there's something that I've never asked. How big is my tail?
I assume
Big enough.
honestly, I'm gonna give you an option. Do you want to be roughly like a little bit bigger than a marrow, or do you want to be a lot bigger than a marrow?
Arrows are large.
Yeah.
I was thinking I was already bigger than a marrow, I'm not
Yeah.
going
Okay.
to
Yeah.
lie.
You already are bigger than a marrow. I guess that's the best way. I guess bigger than a marrow's tail.
I'm not like,
big
okay.
fat thing, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that is slammed down between.
It's like more. I think I kind of view it as being kind of shark-like, at least kinda.
Nah,
But yeah,
shark's too
I mean
short.
not too shark. I'll kind of leave it up to you. Actually, whatever your token looks like, if it shows the bottom tail, I don't know if I don't remember if it does. I don't think it does.
It does not.
But
It's
yeah.
not.
Go away. Let me just check.
You can keep heading out, Talfang.
I agree. I kind of had another thing I wanted to ask one of you who I haven't spoken to, but I don't know if I will. All I'll say is, I'm interested on what path of a certain one of you align in regard to, a certain, I could say sibling rivalry of a race that starts with Z, but That's for you to either tell me independently, which you can do now, and okay, you just did. That's good for me. Okay, I'll be on my way. Yagram, uh, roll an int check.
Shit.
Okay,
Fuck.
nothing else. Okay.
Just
You start
curious.
going away.
As he walks away, are all the magic signatures that were in the coffin walking with him?
It seems to be. Now that they're kind of walking, like, and they're out of a coffin, it's more clear that they have, like, a couple magical signatures. The certainty of the coffin, like, it seems to be that clearly when it was in the coffin, that coffin being magical might be in relation to it hiding it's clearly there's complicated nature to it, but it may literally have hid the number of magic items actually within. But clearly this guy has multiple magic items. But yes, it seems to be they're all with him, except for the coffin, which is, still magic, but the coffin's there. There doesn't seem to be anything he left in the coffin. He's holding the sword. Albeit, keep in mind also, I did say that this was magical.
I thought you said there was a magical signature inside of the well.
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess I meant that as like the liquid was. The well, so yeah, that's what I should say. The well itself isn't magical, but the liquid within is what I meant.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Oh, also, Snowcap with a 20, you would have heard, I think, a slight splashing noise over in this direction where you came. But not like something small, like a small or maybe tiny sized creature like would have jumped out of the water or like made a splash. That's what it sounded like in this direction. Okay. But you see them start to walk away. This session did not go in the direction I thought it would, but I'm happy this happened. Okay.
Norlis would
What do you guys do?
finish his sweep of the area and see this thing.
So you guys return over here. Micah has just been kind of curled up against the wall, just kind of spooked.
I don't see him at all. Like, I actually don't see him currently. He's just there.
You don't see the token right here.
No, Yagram's on top of him.
Oh no.
No, he's not. Refresh.
Okay.
Or don't. I mean, you don't have to refresh me.
I just didn't see
refresh
the
if you
token.
want. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Refresh if you'd like.
You're good. You're good. Caught me
Okay.
off guard a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I see him now. Cool.
But yeah, so now that you kind of get to this, you kind of do. Now that you've finally kind of gotten done with that weird situation, more or less, you do recognize this person. You do not remember him having a red arm. You don't remember. You've heard him like say a couple things from around there during the conversation. Some of it was whispers, some of it a little louder. They do kind of look like a person you once knew who screwed you over and potentially functionally owes you money.
Okay.
I heard a scream that direction.
What direction? I'm assuming you're pointing towards Norlis, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye out.
Okay, I'll stay here unless you want me to go. I didn't get involved in the thing down there. It was too scary. Okay. Shit. I'm gonna walk away, I think. Unless you
Micah.
don't care.
Get up.
Fuck.
What you did was downright terrible. I
what did I
confided
do?
in you, and you decided to misuse that information to take all of my coin and run away. There was a time I hated you, but
Probably had reason to.
yes, no, I certainly think I did. But I don't hold on to such feelings for long. I found my son without that money. And it looks like you are suffering a far worse fate, so consider the hatchet buried. I hope you live the life that you deserve. And Nornless will step.
You all watch as they say that. Their arm seems to like lessen in size a good bit. Not it's still a big arm, but like it seems to lessen in size by like a foot or so, maybe more.
I see. Titus understands. Nornless doesn't. And Nornless will squat down to a knee and start transcribing this teleportation circle sigil into his spell book for later use if necessary.
Do you touch it?
No,
Okay.
there's no reason for me to.
Okay.
What would you like me to write this in my character sheet as? I keep track of it there to make sure I don't misplace them.
I have a couple different options for you. One of them is going to be really, really bad, which is just teleportation door room J. I think that's terrible. I'm going to say that its proper name, which you might not know yet. Oh god, God, I kind of want to give you the proper name for it, but if I
J is
do,
perfectly
that's
fine
gonna
right
be
now.
okay. I will send it to you.
I'm writing it the way I'm going to remember it and easiest to remember. Randy
Okay,
Forgetto's Hag Cave Teleportation Circle Schematic.
Okay, because the thing I was gonna say was 2 words, but one of them's kind of for the location it's in.
You know, I think that's the best way for me to write it.
Okay. There's something that would be okay. The way I know it is a little bit different. Okay, that works.
Alrighty.
I am surprised of the okay. Hmm.
Do I have any in my inventory I can give? Probably not. No, I do. Norla stands up after having transcribed the schematic into his spellbook and walks over to Micah and fishes out of his pouch a healing potion. I don't know what's wrong with you, but I hope this helps. Be good, Micah. Be better.
Okay.
I guess
Really?
it's time to investigate that scream.
Micah seems to kind of looks a little uncertain, but they seem to wave, which we haven't seen them do so thus far. They seem slightly more upbeat, albeit not to say they were upbeat, and they take the corner and start to wander up a little bit. Who has Drot, by the way?
I was about to like heel pivot. Like, wait, Trot!
Did you guys leave him in the barrel or what?
I had him.
I didn't say you did.
So
Tormoine said she had him in her quote unquote bosoms.
So here's what I'm framing this as: because you didn't leave him in the barrel and just kind of let it like work.
No,
it took a long time for it to work. It looks like it's actually made significant progress, and they're like, a lot of their body is now normative. It looks like it's almost done. But like it's clear it likely if you just dunked them in the barrel a little bit, like it probably would have taken half the time, if not less.
Cool.
I see, as in leave them in the barrel. You only dunked it like a couple times, and then more like once or twice, and then like the material kind of started to drip off. Oh, also when material dripped off, there is little holes in the floor, as if the material began to. It looks like as if it was eating through stone. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I'd say that Drot's about done. They could literally be in like, well, let's see. Okay, you guys begin to walk through that hallway, I assume. Is that correct?
I don't know. Yagin was going a different way for a moment.
They can go a different way if they want to.
I'm next to Nornless right now.
I saw you
Except
walking with
not-
Micah for a second, so I thought you might be
Okay.
following him. Did I subtract that spell slot earlier?
Just delete lots.
Yes,
token.
yes, I did.
You know what I mean?
I hope I don't have to kill that man one day. He seemed fair enough.
Well, if we do, you'll probably deserve it.
I'd have to
Just
agree.
saying, we let a very old vampire just walk out. That's gonna bite us in the ass.
That's like saying I let a very old barbarian walk away. Doesn't mean he's going to go smash china in a plate shop.
There's a reason vampires are generally hated. They're bad news. Just really, really shit news.
No, I've known a good vampire or two in my time. I think 3
Really?
actually.
Really?
Yes,
3.
yes.
I'll fucking believe it when I see it.
Weird hearing that sentiment from an orc.
He's got you there, Yagrum.
Inspiration. I'm gonna give you that. You get inspiration from me for that.
What did you say?
I think Snowcap said the equivalent
I
of
already have
eat
inspiration.
shit. I thought inspiration only lasts for the session. Did that rule change?
I think that's going to get different.
Well, no, I think at one point I had it, and Ian's told me that I thought it lasted until a long rest, but I was curious.
Oh, shit.
Because I got rid of mine after the last
I thought
time.
it was. I honestly am kind of leaving it up to you guys to determine when you use it, because in the games I
Oh.
used to play, it was at the end of a session, but I think that was just like the GM's like homebrew rule.
Well, what's your ruling? I think I have an opinion, but yours is the most important.
They'll last until you use them, but you can
Until
only
you
one at a
use them.
time.
Okay, cool. No, good to know.
I mean,
That's
but
good
you
to
could
know.
Okay, so
only
I already
one.
have
No,
inspiration.
they don't stack.
They
so
don't
if you
stack.
get another inspiration,
True.
you'll just have one inspiration
but-
still.
Cool. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. Alrighty. I'm curious. Did Jagger have any response to that? Even if it wasn't verbal. What did his face look like when Snowcap said that
Utter
very
dis-
accurate statement?
Utter disgust. Utter disgust.
Disgust at did it seem self-centered disgust or outward disgust?
How do you mean?
Did he seem disgusted with himself or that Snowcap said that?
What was he disgusted by?
Disgusted that Snowcat was talking to him.
Oh, got you.
Oh.
Cool. Alrighty. You may very well meet them one day if you keep that temper of yours a little more under control. They're good people. Oh no,
I'll be
everything's
frank.
black. Sorry.
So you guys keep walking, and you guys walk for a while. It is. You feel like 10 to 15 minutes has passed, and you're just walking in a tunnel. Do you keep going?
Yeah.
You
I'd
did hear a
like-
scream in this direction.
I'd like to know what I see.
Nothing yet, because we're walking through a tunnel. He's probably going to put us
Yeah.
at the end of the tunnel if we continue.
Fair enough.
You know what? That was a negative aspect of me choosing to do a battle map, because it implies there's obviously a place of interest. Okay. You guys keep walking?
Well, yeah, no, we were going to keep walking regardless, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys go another like 10 minutes, and it starts to get kind of like little odd, like it goes in little like loops almost. It's a very like it starts the straightness of the tunnel kind of varies a little bit, and it's more like this is kind of almost like a natural cave of sorts, albeit it's definitely a strange place. But eventually, it kind of opens up to a little area that you kind of get the sense is a little bit wider. It's not as kind of, I mean, it's still you can still kind of move about, but it's slightly less cramped, and you kind of can hear little driplets of water and stuff now, which I apologize for having that be whole sound for this. I feel like I could have had something cool for that guy. But yeah, Okay, I should have done that. But yeah, you guys are now put your characters down right here. You guys can hear
Oh, where
noises
again?
that
Where again?
imply that you're about to enter a larger space.
I'd like to do something real quick.
There you go.
I'll
out.
drop down Shivabu, and I'll drop down. Oh, so you already put your character down. Okay, good.
Actually,
And
that
then
was
I'll.
another.
Who? Oh yeah, then I'll have. I'd say by this point, Drot is now fine. Probably. I'll say that. That's fine by me. We could wait a little bit longer, but yeah, they're fine. It's okay. I'm gonna give you an
Can you
option.
give
Do you guys want to
me?
go on? Oh, sorry.
Can you give me 20 feet of dim light, 20 feet of
That's what I
bright
should
light?
have done. Yeah, I meant to,
Yeah,
I should have just drawn your character from the last thing. Okay.
Oh yeah, if that's
Well,
if that's
actually,
easier,
how
if you want
long
to
do
do that.
torches last? I mean, you might have to put another.
I will. I'll crack another one. I think they last an hour.
Okay,
Do
that
you
was
guys mind
probably
if I have a
well. I
minute?
mean, how long
I
were
would
you
have
actually
assumed
talking to
that
that guy?
would.
Because if that was a real thing, that would be real time. That feels fair to
Yeah.
me.
Um.
Because if it was, it might have literally been an hour when you were talking to that guy.
Yeah, torches last for an hour. That's correct.
Okay.
I would
Okay.
assume you would just light another one.
Yeah. Also, I have a magic torch.
Ooh.
Forgot. Wait, that's probably a spell.
No,
Unless
it's
you have one I
literally a
forgot.
magic torch. Yeah.
Did you buy that, or did I
Oh.
give you a magic torch item?
Neither.
You made it?
Abaddon ripped it out of a wall.
Oh!
That is true. That is
Wait,
true.
wait. How long ago did they rip that out of a wall?
That Burke.
No clue. What?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm thinking that sounds about
Mhm.
right to me. I was thinking there might be one even earlier than that, but before you joined the party. But yeah, that would have been it.
Yep.
Okay.
That sounds like I would on.
I think we should end it here.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do you guys want to go like another 20 minutes or end it here?
No, I think this is a fine place to end it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
When was the last time we took a short rest?
Not too long ago.
In the cave right before we got to these heights.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to identify those things, but I don't think we've had a time to sit down and do so. So I haven't.
Wait, yeah. I mean, if you wanted to, you could have done a short rest in that hallway. That could have led to bad outcomes, but didn't seem to. Well, actually, that would be a
Nah.
whole hour.
It would have been longer than an hour because I think I have like 8 items I have to identify or more.
Given you haven't run into anyone yet, you could choose to do it here, but that could be a terrible idea.
Nope, not doing that. I'll wait until it's
Yeah,
more
no.
appropriate.
I can scout ahead if we'd like.
Nope. You move slow.
I wouldn't have to move.
What do you mean you wouldn't have to move? Oh, I'm sorry, we're in character.
Oh,
What do you mean you wouldn't have to move?
I just need a minute. I can smell things. The spice. It works better in water, but I'm positive I can sense creatures a very far distance on land.
That sounds like rubbish to me. I don't believe that at all.
Meta-wise, I'm just gonna say I'm having some issues with some tokens loading in. So if you did do that, it might take a while for me to give you decent responses.
Okay.
But I just lowered in, kind of.
I'll do it.
Okay, so how does that ability function? Let's see.
There you go.
She starves.
You've advantage on best brings some production checks dealing with both smell there. You can automatically track a single living creature whose scent you are familiar with. Okay.
That's not
whose
actually.
scent
That's
would
not
you
what
be
it is at all.
visiting? What am I reading the wrong thing?
No,
Spending a
them.
minute.
That doesn't
Can
look.
it
The
That doesn't.
last.
detect the sense of all living creatures. Oh, I see. You can detect the sense of all living creatures in a 100-foot radius up to a mile in water. Okay, in water.
Okay, 100-foot radius. Okay, draw that. How big is 100 feet from where we currently are? Circle.
Yeah, but you're not in water right now.
No, they 100
No,
feet
it's a
inland.
100-foot radius. It's up to a mile if I'm in water.
Yes.
Oh, okay. How long does that last?
It's just a quick sniffer.
It's just like I can detect the living creatures. It's 1 minute concentration.
Okay. In that case, let me ask you a question. Are you guys talking during that minute? And talking right now? And how loud are you talking?
I don't know. I thought you were gonna end here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought we were
we
gonna end here
are.
anyway. Do you want to just do this at the start of next session?
Yes.
Yes, that
Yeah.
is.
Okay,
That
that's
is.
that's probably best by me. Okay, this is where you can end recording, unless you want to end it slightly beforehand. But it's
And
fine.
after boom points, because I like recording all the nice things people have to say.
Oh, you do? Yay! Okay, cool. Okay, good.
Tell me you never watched one of my videos without telling me you never watched one of my videos.
I watched the video.
Oh,
To be clear,
so true.
I
Oh
watched
my
the videos.
God.
I just don't watch them in one like big
Violently
sitting.
cries.
I'll like what I more so use them for reference, and maybe it's bad. Maybe I should probably I
No,
have
you're good, man. No
for
stress.
a
I'm
while I
not
didn't
bothered
like
at all.
to because I didn't like my voice in them, but I
It,
kind of got
it
over
I
takes
that.
a
don't
while
think
to get used to
anyone
your
likes
own
their
voice.
voice.
No, it really
I'm
does
gonna
take
have to
so
listen to
long.
one in a
It's
while.
not just you. It's hard to listen to your own voice.
Only got
Like I don't
like used to my voice recently.
That's still on
Boon
that bit.
points though.
like the first.
Um. Hmm.
I'm giving mine to Tourmaline. He has style. He like just I know she did something in the big. I feel like she did something in the beginning. It was really cool, but I forgot what it is. But just Tourmaline's pure aura.
I will give a boon point to Jebabu for getting complimented by the weird vampire dude for saying fucking nothing. I like you. You don't talk much.
That was
You're
very
great.
funny.
So boon point to Mr. Jebabu.
Yeah, mine
Who
also
is
goes to
mine?
Turbo.
Just smoke out.
Oh yeah. Wait, what did you say, Tourmaline?
I was giving mine to you for that
Or-
snarky remark against Yakro.
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give my boom point to Norlis for doing the magic sweep of the area earlier.
Thank you.
Very pragmatic.
Oh,
Thank you.
And carrying a lot of the fucking conversation with the vampire. With Bram Stroker.
It'd be like that. I think that's everyone, Ian. Just you.
Wait, that was fast. What?
Yeah.
I was about to
Nope.
say there's no way we had like. Wait, Yakram went too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine goes to Driverboot for just
Oh.
aura farming.
Oh, okay, that happened. Fucking.
Or
Okay, wait, okay. I will say I am a little iffy about you giving to someone who talked very like maybe once or twice a session. Okay, I don't know about being. You can do that. That works for me. I'm gonna give it to two people. One, I'm gonna give it to Norlis for. It's a lot of things, but I say ultimately, if I point to one thing, I'll say it's for giving someone who kind of was like a notable figure from your backstory. I won't go into any more detail on that unless you wish to, but I think that was interesting. I liked that and enjoyed it. Meet Mike as I'm thinking of him.
Same. I enjoyed that too.
Then I want to give one to Yagram for getting angry at the wonderful vampire man I had set up, or vampire person. It is. I think I liked that you were willing to like be kind of risky.
Yeah.
Because they kind of mellowed out a little bit, but they were still, at least early on, very clear of, hey, if you fuck with me, I'll fuck shit up. But in like an elegant manner, because that's what vampires do sometimes.
I
And
really
so,
did want to fight
like,
him.
yeah.
It would be fun.
Yeah. Why didn't we?
Every everyone had great
If you go
moments
back
of
to the
section.
beach, you could try. It's also fun, you know.
Yeah, I
Hopefully
tried
no
to, but then I got cock blocked by fucking Tormodino
He had
and Snow.
style.
Fuck style. He's got a cool sword that I want.
Mm-mm.
You pick it up, I identify it. It only
There
works
has
for
been-
vampires. You can't hold it at all.
We
There has
have
been
the
two
vial. We
people
have the vial.
Tourmaline would have protected.
We had.
Snowcap would have
could've-
also protected him.
Yeah, I would have fucking killed you without a hesitation.
I am sorry. I would have protected Snowcap.
Oh.
I like
Yeah.
this other one.